The personal nature of it, how close he brought you to these children's faces, the portraiture. From right in the beginning of the film, he has children looking down the barrel of the lens and really kind of engaging you as the audience member, drawing you in. And so by the time the shit starts to hit the fan, turning into Act 2, you're kind of along for this journey with them. You're a member of their little clan because, you know, they took that time right out the gate to engage you. And then the camera movement, like we both talked about in our opening statements, the Steadicam shots, the fact that there's so much fluidity. You're never just sitting there watching as a spectator, you're in it and you're moving around it. You're engaging these people being tortured, bombed, shot. You're moving around with the Nazis and the perpetrators, but again, it's mostly told over the shoulder of Fliora from his point of view. And so I would also add to that it's from a child's point of view. Rarely do you see war from a child's point of view. You know, we all remember that one scene from Schindler's List of the little girl in the red jacket, how impactful that was because it was a kid. And this is a whole movie of kids. So that kind of drives a stake in your heart that much more.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with everything that you said. And I think in addition to having that, you know, very extreme in your face with a lot of the portraiture framing, right? Like people, kids, adults, etc., you know, they're crying and they're crying right into camera. We're right up front. We're experiencing those emotions with them. And I think that I think kind of two interesting things. The first is that I think that it was a wise decision to cast a child as the protagonist if you're going to explore the emotions behind war, especially as a Russian male in the early 80s, right? Just culturally. So by keeping it to a kid, it allows us to experience these sort of very raw emotions like you talked about.
Right.
None of us are holding it against a 14-year-old kid in wartime for breaking down and crying, you know, because his people just, you know, got murdered and executed, you know, in an attempt at genocide for his entire race of people. Like that's very, very intense. And by using a child, we don't have to try to like disguise that emotion behind some, you know, false masculinity. And then the other thing I think that's interesting about the exploration of these emotions is, again, by using that child, we're able to look at the extremes of emotions, you know? And I think that's what this film is interested in. I think that's why this film does hit so hard. This is a film that is not interested in remaining in the middle of the emotional spectrum. It's going to bandy back and forth between either side of extremes.